Hey guys, welcome to this video. Hope everybody had a wonderful Christmas. This is John Watts and I am going to be answering a question here, and this has to do with credit repair. And it's something that we get a good bit, and I understand where this question's coming from because there's a lot of contradictory information out there. But this is sort of the prevailing wisdom among credit repair firms. So a person says, I've read different things about credit repair. Seems that most credit repair companies say only dispute a couple of items each month. Is this correct? So let me give you the context. Let's say that you have 7 negative items on your report that all have something false about them. Now, it could be it was never your account, or it could be the balance is wrong. It could be Equifax and TransUnion are reporting 2 different high balances for that Discover card, which obviously it should be the same, or 2 different open dates, or dates of last payment are different. In other words, there are errors with 7 of your accounts. So a lot of credit repair companies will say, look, we don't want to dispute all 7 at once. Let's pick 2 of them in dispute on all the reports, or let's dispute the Discover on your Equifax and the Capital One on your TransUnion, some combination like that. In other words, not disputing all of them. And so is this the right way? Is this the only way you can do it? The answer is no. This is not the right way, and it certainly is not the only way. And I think it does show a difference, at least between a lot of credit repair companies and a law firm that actually sues credit bureaus and furnishers under the Fair Credit Reporting Act. So let me explain what I mean by that. And I'm not saying all credit repair companies do this. That's certainly not true. But there's a lot of them that are more focused on keeping you a customer month after month. And so they tell you this story. They say, look, you hired us. It's $100 a month. And we'd love to dispute everything this month, but we better take it slow and just dispute a couple of items. And they do that so that you will stay with them for 4, 5, 6, 7 months. And if you just Google or get on YouTube and type in something, how to start a credit repair business, or how do you make money doing credit repair? And what you'll see is that there are a lot of times where people are saying, look, if you get 10 people paying you $100 a month, well, that's $1,000 a month in revenue. It's pretty good. What if you get 100 people paying you? Well, that's $10,000 a month in revenue. Well, what if you get 1,000 people paying you $100? Well, that's $100,000 a month. And so rather than having to keep getting new customers, what if you could keep each customer for 6 months or 9 months? Well, that's very profitable. And so this is one reason why the credit repair companies often will say, let's just dispute a couple of false things. Now, there are some companies that say this, and I think that they are truly being sincere. Well, what's their fear? Their fear is the credit bureaus, Equifax, Experian, TransUnion, are going to write a letter back to you, because almost all these, the letter will actually come from you, the dispute letter will. So the bureaus will write to you and say, hey, we think you're doing credit repair, so we're going to disregard your dispute. Or we think this is frivolous, so we're going to disregard it. Well, if you dispute a whole bunch, there's a chance that you'll get that letter. And so you take that to the credit repair place. Well, they don't have any other options now. Okay, they can't sue the bureaus. This is they sort of fired their one shot here. And so now you say, well, this didn't work. I'm going to stop hiring you. Now, of course, there's another option with credit repair places, and sometimes this is called the deletion model. So you only pay them after they delete an account. And that solves this issue, at least the one about trying to drag it out. But still, the credit bureaus the credit repair companies have a fear of the credit bureaus sort of slapping a frivolous type label on your disputes. So let me tell you at my firm, and we've been representing people suing under the FCRA in Alabama since, 2001, 2003, something like that. And so it's very simple. We'll dispute all the false items that we can find at once. Now, sometimes our clients come back to us and say, oh, wait, there's another item. Okay, no problem. We'll do another dispute. But we dispute all that we know about. It's pretty simple. Either that false information is fixed or it's deleted, or we sue under the Fair Credit Reporting Act. So in other words, the Bureau comes back and says, well, you disputed so many accounts here and we think that this is frivolous. Well, we have a way of handling that. And if the credit bureaus don't straighten up after that, pretty simple, we sue them and go, well, your investigation is pretty lousy because you didn't do an investigation. And they sort of moan and complain about that, but we've got them under the law. So understand this, there's nothing in the law that says you can't dispute all the false items at one time. If you think about it, what's the purpose of the Fair Credit Reporting Act? It's to make sure you have an accurate credit report. So if you see you have false stuff on your credit report, let me give you an example. Let's say that there are 5 incorrect addresses on your credit report. Is it more natural to dispute all 5 at once, or to say, well, I'm going to dispute 1 this month and 1 next month and 2 the following? No, you dispute it all at once. You don't want that false stuff on your credit report any longer than necessary. So I want to tell you about this, and this is totally free. There's no charge. There's no upsell to this. It's just like our videos, just like our website, alabamaconsumer.com. Tons of information on there. Our YouTube channel, everything's free. Going to be offering some free training courses starting in January. Now, I'm going to start with how do we stop abusive debt collectors? And then after we get through that, and that'll be about a 6-week program or so, and then we'll turn to credit repair, because I know those are 2 things that a lot of people have asked me about. And while I have tons of videos and articles about this, what I want to do is create these training courses so that everything is brought together. In other words, all right, here's module 1. Here are the videos to it. Here are the worksheets. Here are the templates, the forms. All right, here's module 2. And so it will be something that if you're serious about this, and I say that because it's not going to be, 10 minutes and teach you everything under the sun about the FDCPA, Fair Debt Collection Practices Act, or suing debt collectors. No, it's going to be a pretty intensive thing, but for those who are interested in putting in the time, I think this will be very interesting for you. So keep this in mind. If you're doing credit repair on your own, and you certainly can, and that's really the point of this training. I mean, I'll have lawyers go through it as well, but the real message is you can do credit repair on your own. You don't have to pay anybody. So if you're doing that, you don't fear the credit bureaus refusing to investigate. Because if they won't investigate and you've done a proper dispute, you've done everything correctly, and then maybe there's one follow-up when they say they won't investigate, then we sue them. It's pretty simple. So we'll talk about that in the training. If you're interested in these training courses, so we'll start with suing debt collectors, we'll have credit repair, we'll do some stuff with mortgage companies. Make sure you subscribe to the channel, because I'll release it there. And also people who are on my email list, I'll certainly let them know as well. But make sure you subscribe to our channel. Watch for those details in January. I'm running into a few little logistical issues, exactly how I want it set up, but we'll get this done sometime in January. And so if you're interested, I hope that you'll be keeping an eye out, and I'll be glad to have you in that training program. So if you have any questions, here's my contact information. And like I said, the point of this video, well, I guess 2 points. First point is, no, you don't have to sort of spread out your disputes. You can dispute everything at once. And the second point is, if you want to know how to do that, maybe in a little bit better way, you may know a whole bunch about it, but maybe there's some distinction, or there's some sort of wrinkle in the law, or there's a way of doing things that we can teach you in our training program, which again is completely free. Then you may be interested in signing up. And certainly I'd recommend, if you're dealing with any debt collectors, I think you'll really enjoy our program about how we stop these abusive and greedy debt collectors. And I think that'll be a lot of fun for you. So thanks for watching this video, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.